Hey, True Believers, Englentine here. We're going to be reviewing a few more new comic books you should be able to find on the shelf right now. We've got Alan Scott's Green Lantern #3, Action Comics 1061, Skeeter's #1, Power Girl #5, and stick to the end so you can see who wins the video here, which one's the best, which one's the worst. Until then, kick back, relax, let's get this party started.
I know you're gonna dig this.
I should have known by the fact that it had Jason Aaron's name, even though this is the start of a Bizarro story, and I've enjoyed the Superman run, so I was excited. I should have saw Jason Aaron's name and thought, oh, well, how did he screw this up? Well, I'm going to tell you about how he screwed this up. So, Bizarro, I'm a big fan. I'm looking forward to the storyline. He ends up on the Wizard World, which I know from the Legion of Superheroes of Past. I'm way too smart to have read the Brian Michael Bendis run. And then I realized, shoot, he's basically doing what I call Dixie Cup deep thinking. He has an idea. Oh, wouldn't this be great? Except for he doesn't think it through. So Bizarro is an opposite of Superman. But what they do here is they try to treat him like he's a polar opposite of Superman. Therefore, since Superman can be weakened by magic, then Bizarro is a natural wizard. It's one of the dumbest things I've freaking heard. If you're going to make him a polar opposite, then Bizarro would be skinny. He wouldn't have super strength. He might have cold breath or warm breath and cold vision. But that's how they made it. And that's the premise of this, is that since Superman is weakened by magic, Bizarro is a natural wizard. Stupid fucking shit. I swear to God. The book itself, look, some people aren't going to have a problem with it. Some people aren't even going to think past what I'm thinking about here, and they're probably going to enjoy it. When I was like, okay, this is the premise, what did he write down? It was okay. It's a good adventure story. At the very least, I could say that. And also, I forgot to look at the artist here when I was doing this, but you can see as the art's going by that it's actually a pretty well-drawn story as well. It's not horrible. It's just it's based on stupid thinking, and that's what we're getting from a lot of modern writers. They don't think things through. They don't look at the past and they say, okay, what are these characters really? It's like it's all written by Twitter, and every story is started with the words, well, actually. Okay, so I saw this. Skeeters by Kelly Williams, Bob France, Kevin Cuff, and Chaz Peng. I can't even say that name. But I saw this, I was like, okay, I remember this movie from the 1990s. I think it was called Mosquito or something like that. We showed it at a theater I was working at, and it was gloriously bad. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot in hopes that basically what I'm going to get is a B movie in comic book form. Holy Toledo and a half did this thing pay off. Wow, I got to tell you, I had not been this excited for a book in a long time. Make no mistake, this book is bad. It is. It's got bad dialogue. The art is bad. It's just everything comes together in gloriousness. That's it. You're looking at it pass by. It's got so many B-movie tropes. It's got so many B-movie lines. It's got B-movie violence. This book excited me enough that as soon as I read it, I got a hold of my friend Dalton, said we got to do a Bad Comic Beatdown live on I Love Comics. We have to talk about this live. We have to go through it panel by panel, page by page, talk, laugh, have a great time with it, and we did. And I was very happy that for once we were doing a bad comic book that we were excited for. You know, it's not like just talking about Alan Scott and how they're fucking up the Green Lantern, or how Wonder Woman's now a villain and all that kind of stuff. It's like, holy crap, this thing was made to be enjoyed. This is a Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is Birdemic in comic book form. This, I have never... I can't say never. I have not had this much fun with a comic book in a long time. Obviously, you could tell this is a positive review. But that's it. Look, I'm just going to spin wheels here. If you get a chance to read Skeeters, do it. I have not yet read the second issue, so I'm hoping that it does hold up. Now, while we were reading, Dalton and I both glommed onto this character. He is a conspiracy theorist pothead. I like the dynamic between him and the guy who helps him with deliveries on something, and really, it's just a good time. If you can find it, get it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I mean, so long as you're going into it with the right attitude. If you're going in expecting Watchmen or Dark Knight Returns, yeah, this one's going to be a big fail for you. Otherwise, kick back, as I say, relax, and enjoy. Hey, remember when I was doing that review of Skeeters, and I said how they're ruining the Alan Scott character? How who is this? Tom Taylor? Tom Sheridan. Toms don't write comics well. I don't know what's wrong with them. They just get together and say, hey, how can we screw up things now? Tom King says, oh, I'm going to write a few good issues and then I'm just going to go to crap. Draw people in before I give them the bad stuff. Tom Sheridan does not give you that. This entire book, you've got the spirit of vengeance, right? And this entire book is the spirit of vengeance going, no, it's okay, you're gay. God, look, it's 2023. Guys, if you're still wondering, it's okay, you're gay. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Sorry. But that's what this is. There's a mystery. Someone was murdered. The Spectre comes in. They do a little detective work, he and Alan Scott. And they actually find out who the murderer is. And the Spectre says, well, you go get him. I'll be right here. No, you're the spirit of vengeance, for God. If you know who the murderer is, you're the first one there. Yeah, they don't write characters well in this book. And I think it's because they don't know who the characters are. I have a theory where modern writers just don't do their research at all. All you got to do is read comics. I mean, it's a fun job. Hey, you're going to be writing these characters? Okay. Read about them. Find out who they are. And instead of putting your own voice in, write the voice of the character. It would be so much better. Power Girl number 5. I was recommended this by LK, and it was supposed to be a comic book beatdown live. And it's written by Leah Williams, who was horrible, and it's drawn by David Baldean, I think his name is. And it's mostly wordless, so this is mainly on Baldean. Now, Leah Williams may have said, here's what we'll have him do. But this is a story about Streaky the Super Cat, and he goes on an adventure. And once again, it's mostly wordless. The words you do see are basically gibberish because it's in this perspective of a cat and you can't exactly understand English. I get that. The thing is as far as a bad comic beatdown, it's not bad. So, good on the artist for being able to do what a lot of artists can't do these days and tell a story through sequential art. And I think it's fine. Super Cat goes out on an adventure. Saves a whole bunch of animals from animal testing. Fine, great. That actually sounds like a Super Cat kind of adventure. I said fine about 3 times, and I think that's because that's what this book is. It's fine. It's entertaining for a while, and then they do get to dialogue scenes. It's like on the last 2 pages, and holy crap, you could tell what the problem with this book is. The art is working. This is telling a story. That you have the ability without words to see everything that's going on and follow it. And if you're not offended by the art, then it actually can be pretty good. It can be done well for you. The problem comes when Streaky the Super Cat solves the adventure, and then he goes back home and everybody wakes up and they start talking, and you just hear the dialogue is just so wrong. And Leah Williams has no ear for it. It's like, to her, everybody in the world must speak like a freaking 12-year-old girl. And it's horrible. It's just, I got to tell you, it sinks the ship, basically. Okay, gang, so as always, I got to rank them from worst to best. In last place, or fourth if you want to say it makes sound positive, is Alan Scott Green Lantern. Once again, Tim Sheridan, did I say Tom before? Tim Sheridan writes himself in. And in the end, it's an outdated book whose bigotry of the writer just kind of... In Action Comics 1061, that's in third place. It's a bad premise that was written pretty good. So I didn't hate the book. I just wish Jason Aaron would have thought about what they were saying. If he's a polar opposite, exact opposite of Superman, he wouldn't have the powers of Superman as well as being a natural wizard. I'm talking about Bizarro. I'm kind of surprised at this one since it was suggested as a bad comic beatdown. The narrative art really kind of elevated this book for me. I do not recommend Power Girl as a series. This issue wasn't bad, but once it got to dialogue, it just actually fell all apart. When it was Streaky the Cat, okay. When it was Power Girl, it sucked. And so the number one big winner is Skeeter's number one. Just a freaking flat out fun comic book from start to finish. It absolutely reads like a B movie from the 1980s or 1990s. Do yourself a favor, seek it out, seek the series out. I'll be checking out number 2 pretty quickly here. And, well, I'm pretty confident to stand behind this one. So there you go, gang. Those are my opinions. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to do all the clicking and liking and sharing and stuff. And if you like this video, please click on whatever is popping up around you here. And go on over to Ko-Fi. Drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on. Helps keep making videos for you. Or even commission a video. Tell us what you would like to see. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.